Hey, what's up guys? This is Quentin with Lawn Care Accelerator. I am with Steven with Lawn Buddy, and we are going to be talking about kind of what's new, because I did an interview with them 2 years ago back then it was GIE.
That's right.
And so yeah, I wasn't able to get here last year, but I know a lot changes in software over the course of 2 years. So we're gonna jump in with him and just kind of figure out what's new with Lawn Buddy and hopefully help you guys out in picking a CRM.
Awesome. Hey, and thank you guys so much for coming back and for tuning in. 2 years ago, we've changed drastically since, GIE, right? Since GIE, we've changed drastically. So one of the things that we've always prided ourselves on is focusing on the end user in the field, right? I shouldn't be building technology for you. You should be telling me what technology I need to be building as a whole for the industry. And so we've still done that. So actually, if you look behind me, one of the things that we're really proud about is our estimates feature. That's one of the things we've worked a lot on to make sure we've refined it, make sure you can do your mapping, make sure you can do multiple different measurements, as well as when you send that estimate out, they're able to prepay for a portion of it, whether that's a fixed payment, whether that's a percentage, whatever your business needs are, we're able to match that with our estimates feature. And actually, when you come in here, when you go into the estimates tab, there's a lot of different things that you can do, right? You can see all the estimates that you have outstanding or that are in a draft. So if you have a pending estimate, that means they haven't accepted it, but it's been delivered. Once that goes into an accepted estimate, the thing that's really neat is that it automatically schedules the job for you. Because in the estimate itself, there's a tentative start date. And so that tentative start date, as it loads, Verizon's been really great for us today, is down here. So the tentative start date is going to be the day that the job is starting. Up here is going to be when the map loads, is going to be up here. This estimate actually doesn't have a map on it because you can select that. So if you aren't doing a job that requires an aerial map view of the project, you can eliminate it from it. And it's a very nice template similar to how you would do an invoice. And so you'd be able to see that here. So the tentative start date, once that job is accepted, and either they partially pay for it or they don't, is automatically put on your schedule with the crew members you wanted listed on that job. So if you're doing a big landscape install where you're removing irrigation, where you're doing some dirt work, you're doing some pavers, you can have multiple crews assigned to that and then have that job scheduled for everyone at one time without the business owner having to do anything. However, in any industry, right, things happen. So if you need to change that, it's really easy for you to go over into your jobs view, go over to calendar, and once you see one of those jobs, it's easy for you then to move it to the date that you want it to start. So move it to any date you want. If there's a rain delay, if there's a schedule issue that you have going on, you'll be able to move it there. So the calendar view is something we've worked really hard on as well. But even more so, what we've seen is more owners are in the field now more than ever, right? The labor shortage is still a very real thing. Interest rates are still very high. And so owners are in the field now performing a lot of the work themselves. And so we really wanted to make sure that everything you could do on the web platform, you can do in the app, and it's seamless. It's one platform. Nothing should ever be different. No data should ever be lost. And so really going back to putting your business in your pocket, so you can do the same thing on web as you can do on mobile, whether that's on Android, iOS, any tablet that you're running, you can have that same functionality.
And is the app like specifically designed for like, you know, iOS or
Yes.
Android?
So when we go through and we're building it, everything is going to be specifically designed for the brand of phone that you're using, as well as being compliant with the carriers, because that's one thing that a lot of people aren't aware of, is that as you're building technology, it's not just the phone you're building it for, it's the carrier that you're building it for as well, to make sure everything is functioning properly. And so that's something that we've really focused on this year to make sure that is enhanced and refined. The other thing is that we've had a lot of business owners say, hey, I want to be able to track my employees' time, I want to be able to track my employees' profitability, and have more insights into what my people are doing. And so actually one of the tools that we built was down here on timesheets. So timesheets is going to be able to track employees' time, not only for the day, but also per job. Also, you can track vacation time, you can do a whole bunch of things in here. So over here, you're going to see the date range, timesheets, this is a test account, so you're going to see clock in, clock out, start time, end time. But you'll see a list of your employees with all of their information, if they worked any overtime, if they're behind on a job, all that's going to be located in your timesheets portal. but that employee is going to have the same access and the same functionality of the app as before. And so not only are they going to be able to see the exact job that they have to go to, they're going to be able to go and do the jobs in order. So routing was a huge one when we talked 2 years ago. This, how do I make sure that my employees know what jobs to go to? And not only route optimization, but how can I manipulate that route? All of that is available both on the web as well as in the app. So I can go on and on about things that we've developed. There's a nice thumper going on in the back. We've got optimized routes that are here, pulls up all your optimized routes for the day. You can see what your crews are working on. I know a lot of guys too, they want a redundancy. And so we added this print button here to where you can print your crew's schedule. So if you're in an area that doesn't have great service, you can still print out the schedule so your employees will know what to do.
Okay.
I think the way that we built the app is so that you can still be able to see the schedule even if you don't have service. But some people,
so kind of like an offline mode.
Correct.
Kind
yeah.
of. Okay.
And so but people still like to print things out, even though they're using technology. You want to print things out.
Old school.
Yep. I'm chagrined about it, but it's okay. You can still do it on here. So you have your checklist, the equipment inventory. I don't think we had that 2 years ago. So you can track you can track your trucks. You can track the consumables that are on that truck. You can track any equipment that's on the truck. So whether you're running a new walker or you're running a new Skag, you have it in here. And then the checklist, the trucks and the equipment tie back into checklists that are here. But what's really neat is you can set up reminders on when you're going to service that equipment. So if you know I want to service my mower at, say, make something up, say 300 hours, this is going to track your daily hours that are going to be put on the mower and alert you when it's time for maintenance.
Will you see that as like a scheduled job or something on the calendar?
It won't be a scheduled job, but this is also new. Is if you go here into your dashboard, you're going to see your notification center. You'll be alerted of that equipment coming up and due, and it'll be hyperlinked to that specific thing and what equipment needs to go to what dealer, so on and so forth. So the notification center is also very new. So it shows you like, hey, Ron Porter accepted this estimate. So it gives you an alert that someone had accepted an estimate and you got paid. Everything is in one control center for you, both on web and mobile.
Okay. I also don't think a couple years ago you guys yet had card on file or something like that.
We have that
Do you
now.
guys have that now?
Yep, we have card on file capability now, not only for the customer, but also we took it a step further. So having a card on file is great, but what's even better is what if you could turn your customer base into similar to what a software as a service company would have, right? That reoccurring revenue, be able to get them on a subscription. And so in here, we actually have a subscriptions tier now. And so if you're doing routine maintenance, you can actually set customers up on a subscription for a fixed monthly fee, and that money just comes out automatically. Then any additional work that you have, you can charge the card on file, you can send them an invoice, but it just makes it to where you don't have to remember anything. It's always gonna come out whenever you want that money to come out that you have set with the client. So let's say I have 150 clients I'm doing lawn maintenance for, and they don't all have to be the same price. They can be custom pricing, but I want all that money to come in on the first, and I don't want them to send an invoice. I just want to charge their card. You can do that through subscription.
Okay. What about credit card processing fees? Like who do you guys have as a credit card processor, and what are their fees?
Yeah, so we actually work with 3 different processing companies now, because I think as companies grow, everyone needs different processing capability. And so we use Stripe, we use Braintree, and we use Evo. So Stripe and Braintree, those are some of the legacy folks that we work with. Everyone has a Stripe account or everyone has a PayPal account, so it's easier to plug and play. Versus with Evo, as you continue to grow and get anyone really that does 60,000 plus a year, really it shines multi-millions. There's really creative things that we can do with Evo specifically to enhance that customer experience when it comes to payment processing. So those are the folks that we work with currently, because we also don't want to pigeonhole ourselves into one. So for instance, if a company decides to be acquired or goes out of business, well then LawnBuddy just lost its payment processor. So we have redundancies in place to make sure that LawnBuddy will always be able to process your payments and that we're always advocating for the business owner. It's something we're really proud about and we continue to do.
So if someone signs up for LawnBuddy and they start taking credit cards online, when do they pick, do they pick their credit card processor that they want to work with?
Yep, right then and there. So they'd be able to go and they'd be able to select it, so they'd be able to see who they're working with. Maybe they already have a Stripe account, so it's easy to do a Stripe account. Maybe they've already got a Braintree account, so it's easy to do a Braintree account. And so it's just, they get to pick and choose. Now we'll run promotions, so like for instance, Ebo, while they're here, they're offering 12 months for free. So they'll pay for your 12 months of Lawn Buddy for free if you sign up with them. So it's a great added benefit.
Through all plans, because you guys had different tiers of plans, right? They'll pay for.
So it's kind of tiered. So if you're doing 60 to 100,000, they'll pay for your pro. If you're doing 100 or more, they'll pay for an exclusive account.
Okay. So. Yeah, let's talk about pricing, I guess.
Yeah. So one of the things that we did, let me go, actually I can get this brochure. So one of the things that we're really proud about is that we want to lean into integrity through our pricing. And so one of the things that I absolutely hate in the industry is that I'm gonna tell you you're gonna pay me $30 a month, and then I'm gonna charge you $20 for QuickBooks. I'm gonna charge you a $100 integration fee. I'm gonna do all these other add-on fees for you. Our prices are our prices. So we have 4 packages. We still have our free version, which is very limited. We have our standard version, which is $7. We have our pro version, which is $39, and our exclusive, which is $78. Now this is unlimited users, unlimited estimates, unlimited everything. The payment processing for pro and above is 2.9% plus 30 cents, but you can pass that on to your end user.
Or just build it into your pricing.
Or build it into your price.
Which is what you should be doing.
Yeah. So there's those 2 options for you. Exclusive gets you the time tracking ability. It gets you a lot of the in-depth reporting that you need. Pro is our legacy. That's our most popular one. It gets you everything you would need outside of employee time tracking and some other features. The employee tracking being the big one. But that is our pricing. So there's no additional junk fees that are in here, no additional user fees. Our pricing.
So there's not like a hidden fee on top of that 2.9% that you guys.
That's it. Those are our only fees. So we believe we want to put more money back into your pocket because, as you know, cash flow is very important in this industry. And so if you have an extra $250 in your pocket, I want you to use that for growth. Because as you grow, we grow. Because you're then going to need more employee tools. You're then going to be processing more payments. And so we want to grow with you instead of taking money out of your pocket, cash flow out of your pocket in the beginning. I want you to put that to work so you can grow your business. Not only through our software, but through principles that you can learn on this podcast, through principles that you can learn through other things, is how do you continue to grow your business and elevate? And a lot of times that comes down to cash restrictions, specifically in this industry. And so I want to put that money back in your pocket and also just be ethical in how we operate and partner with business owners. It doesn't cost me $25 for a QuickBooks integration. Why should I charge that to you? It's greed.
So is there anything that you guys might be working on that you plan on releasing, like, before next mowing season or next season or anything that you could talk about?
Some big things that we're really excited about is we're always expanding on what we already have. So we have chemical tracking ability. We're expanding on that even more based off of regulation and feedback from the end users. The other thing that we're really excited about is more in-depth reporting, right? And so how can we get more information at your fingertips so that you can reward employees, you can know when to increase your prices. I heard you earlier talking about artificial intelligence. I think that's one thing that's a very hot topic right now that a lot of people are talking about that I would caution people on. A lot of people are just repurposing ChatGPT and saying they created their own version of AI.
Yeah.
Will we use it in the future? Probably. But everything that you're seeing right now most likely isn't true artificial intelligence. It's another way that they can charge you money for an add-on that they're not getting charged for. And so ultimately, will we use it? Most likely. But for the current roadmap, we're going to continue doing what we do best and listen to the feedback from the field. So enhance the chemical tracking ability, enhance the reporting, and make it more user-friendly, right? Because as your business needs change, for instance, a great new add-on service is top dressing with compost. That's down in Florida. And so there's new things that come with that when you're measuring or trying to quote a job for it. So just continuing to stay on top of those industry trends and continuing to put more tools in people's pocket.
Cool. So where can people find you guys, and more importantly, where can they sign up?
Yeah, so lawnbuddy.com for everything. If you go to www.lawnbuddy.com, you'll get all the information about our product, our users, and what we offer, and you can sign up there. And we'd love and be honored to have you as a customer, but as we know, there's a lot of options, and at the end of the day, I want you to do the best thing for you and your business.
One thing I wanted to ask, what kind of support do you guys have for the user?
That is one thing that we pride ourselves on a lot. A lot of people in the software industry call me dumb for doing this, but we have actual support staff here in the United States and you will have their direct line or the company's direct line, and we have customer support all day, every day. If you can't get a hold of your customer support agent, it rings through to the next. And a lot of the people you see here, you'll be talking to. So we don't hire people to come in and look like they know what the product is. We have our actual employees here. We have our UI UX designers here taking feedback on how people are using the product. We're a very customer-centric driven company, and so we want to be your technology partner, not just software that you use and you can send me emails about when you have issues.
Cool. All right, guys, that is Steven with Lawn Buddy. Go ahead and check their website out. If you guys are thinking about starting your own business and you are thinking of a CRM, very few are as cheap for the amount of features and just scalability that you guys can get with Lawn Buddy. So definitely check them out. I'll leave links in the description. And I appreciate your time.
Thank you as always.
All right, guys,
We'll see you
in the next
year.
one. Bye.